Welcome to the Physician Sense Podcast, a podcast designed specifically for physicians. And now your hosts, Chubb and Tyler Olson.
We are live for the teaser episode. So we are going to give you what we were told is the audio handshake. So this is the official teaser for the Physician Sense podcast and YouTube channel. I got the famous and wonderful co-host Tyler here. So we're going to give you a little bit of info on what to expect from us, what we want to give to you, and hopefully get you excited for that first episode coming to you very shortly on March 15th. So without further ado, the famous Tyler Olson.
Well, not that famous. I am really excited to do this. Before we tell you why, or what we're going to be talking about, we wanted to tell you why we're doing this. And it's a little bit different, I think, for you and I. For me, over the years, I've gotten a lot of questions from medical students and physicians in training. And it gets to a point where there are a lot of common questions that we thought would be great to bring to a public forum where the two of us, we could talk about these issues. We know that, many of you are trying to focus on your trade and your skill, but then there's all this financial stuff in the background that is going to impact you if it hasn't already. And we want to be able to bring together everything that we have into a great conversation every couple weeks. And so I'm excited that we can do this together. How about you? What's your why?
Yeah, you took a lot of the words out of my mouth, Tyler. It's one of those ones where you choose to help the physician community, thinking that it's a small community. And then you get into it and you realize it's a very large community and it's a special community. It's an amazing community. It's a community that is you all chose to help others. So one way that we wanted to help you all, especially what Tyler already does. We give this a second name is going to be Saving Tyler's Twitter DMs. That's the name of the other podcast that we're going to create. Just trying to bring some of that content and questions that you guys are already sending to Tyler and myself as well. But Tyler has that much larger following. He's always been very vocal. He's been literally a resource in Twitter that, most people have to pay for a college tuition for. So being able to team up with Tyler for something that I love, where our way of helping has always been a little bit more behind the scenes. We do a lot more speaking with a lot of the medical programs and some of the larger programs out there as well. So we've always loved this topic, but we've always been a little bit more behind the scenes. So when Tyler reached out and said, hey, got an idea, I knew it was going to be a slam dunk. It's something that I was super excited for. Tyler can probably vouch that, just jumping into this, I had a ton of energy. So that's my why, just continuing to provide more help and more answers in a loving form where there's no strings attached. I think all of you have gotten that from Tyler and I in different forms, whether it's our YouTube channel or Tyler on his socials and his YouTube or his videos that are out there as well, is that there's no strings attached. We're here to help you. We want to answer questions and give us your best ones because we're excited to jump in.
Yeah. And so the fact that this has driven us to this point, we want you to keep sending us questions. We've got a lot that we do want to talk about and we will, but we would love your input. And so that's going to be an integral facet of this arrangement. So, as far as what to expect, we're planning on about 30 minutes or so of an episode every 2 weeks on the 1st and 15th. And while we have things on our mind, we would love to know what is on your mind. And so if some of the episodes in the future are driven by your questions, we would love that.
Yeah. And we'll have our official website will be live. We'll have a spot where you can drop questions in there. We'll have a Google form that we can include that link that's going to go to the same spot as well. Even when we start putting these on YouTube, drop us comments. When we start posting this on the socials, put comments in there. Happy to pick up a dialogue in there as well, if need be for certain topics, but also just taking that and building on it. And really the topics are anything financial planning is from student loans to investing to budgeting to risk management, asset protection, insurance, your disabilities and your term life insurance and those things. We want to walk through all of that, whether it's Tyler and I just chatting, whether it's us bringing in other experts that might be an expert in asset protection or even a bigger student loan nerd than Tyler and I, making sure that we have those resources for you all, that you're getting numerous opinions. Even Tyler and I were joking before we jumped on here, even building some case studies and just having two different viewpoints, right? We're both financial advisors. And while a lot of the foundation will look similar, we're still going to have different views and different technologies. And, for you all, that should be something exciting to get two different voices in there. So we'll be covering everything, but the key is we want to build it around you. So continue to send us questions. While we are great at improving, and we'll probably have student loan topics for the rest of our lives because that's breaking news on a weekly basis, as we all have found out, we still want to build it around your specific questions. And we also know that personal finance is personal. So if you don't want to drop it on a social or you don't want to put in YouTube content, use that form, right? Use our website, send us a message. We won't put any personal information in there. We just want to answer your question and build on that. So we will jump into all those items. We'll get those questions in there. We're really looking forward to getting started here on our first episode, dropping very soon for you all.
Yeah. And at the outset, especially because of the time of year, mid-March, we are going to be centering our first few episodes on post-match topics, helping graduating medical students to make the transition into training with regard to the financial decisions that are in front of you. So, get ready for that. We're excited to bring you some relevant and timely information. And so our website is physiciansense.com, CENTS. And then you can also check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, and you can tell we're giant physician nerds because only we would drop our first episode on match day. So that goes to show you how much we love you all. So tune in for that first episode coming in on match day, or, as I think I'm probably cutting off Tyler here on this idea, we know that match day is a very emotional day. So if you want to pick it up on the next day, that's fine too. We'll be there. We're just going to have it posted that day. So it's there waiting for you nicely.
And we're going to leave you alone. We're not going to be, we're not going to be all over social on match day. We'll hunker back in the background because we know that's a big day, but we'll be ready when you are.
Yeah, we'll just be in there liking all your comments and your pictures and where you're going and drop in words of encouragement. But besides that, that's all you'll hear from us. But we will see you all on that first episode.